Okay, so let's dive into this really fascinating piece of folklore. It's all about these two ancient spirits who, together, really define a whole season of anticipation. And they teach us this incredible lesson about balance. So our story kicks off, in a land where the days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer. It's this time of a big seasonal shift. But we're not just talking about the weather here. This is a time watched over by two ancient beings who are the very essence of the season. All right, first up, let's meet the spirit of warmth and goodness. This is a figure who goes around the world spreading cheer and, actual rewards, but only for a very specific reason.
So, who is this gentle giver? Well, he's the spirit of warmth and light. And he's not just some random gift giver, right? He specifically looks for and rewards people whose hearts shone with kindness. And you know how kids know he's been around? By the soft glow of his lantern. And of course, the sweet treats he leaves behind. It's like a little sign that goodness was recognized.
But here's where it gets really interesting. He does not walk alone. Nope, he's always with someone else, a spirit who is, well, very different. And this isn't his enemy or his opposite, but more like his necessary partner.
So that leads us to this shadow that appears. Let's meet the shadowy reminder. I mean, who is this second figure? The stories say he's born from the whispers of the wild woods, from the deep snows. He's this stark, silent contrast to all that warm light from the gentle giver. The first thing you notice about him is his coat. It's described as being as dark as the deepest night. I mean, right away, that paints a picture, doesn't it? It's mysterious, it's somber. He's a figure who really comes from that deep darkness.
And then you've got his horns. They're described as being like the gnarled branches of ancient trees. So we're not talking about something demonic here. It's more like he's part of the ancient, untamed natural world. He's connected to something primal, something real.
And his eyes, wow, the description is beautiful. They held the glint of winter stars. So again, not evil, not malicious. It's more of a cold, clear, knowing kind of gaze. It's all about observation and wisdom, not meanness.
So you hear all that, the dark coat, the horns, the whole vibe, and you have to wonder, right? Is this guy a figure of malice? Or is he a bringer of profound lessons? Is he a villain? The story suggests his purpose is way, way deeper than that.
And to really get what he's about, we can't just stop at his looks. We have to decode the symbols, the things he carries with him.
Okay, this table really helps reframe things. See, he carries these chains, right? But the sound they make, that echo of chains, it's not an instrument to bind you up. It represents the resonance of neglected actions, things you forgot to do, responsibilities you let slide. And that bundle of birch, it's not a tool for harm. It's a symbol of redirection. It's this gentle reminder that, hey, you can always change course. So you see, his purpose is not judgment, but silent understanding. That's the key here. He doesn't punish people. He just observes. And for someone who's maybe been a little unkind or thoughtless, his presence is just this gentle nudge, a little push to look inward. He's a reminder, not some kind of cosmic enforcer.
And that's the whole point. Introspection, the examination of one's own conscious thoughts and feelings. He's just trying to get us to pause, look inside, and think about our own stuff without someone else having to tell us.
Which brings us to the absolute core of this entire story. This unseen partnership. These two spirits, who seem like complete opposites, are actually two sides of one truth. Yeah, the stories say they visited the world not as opposing forces, but as two sides of the same truth. This is so important. It's not good versus evil. It's two necessary parts of one big idea about how to live a truly good life. And look at this comparison. It lays it out perfectly. It's a partnership of balance. On one hand, you have the gentle giver who brings the warmth of generosity. On the other, the shadowy reminder brings the chill of accountability. One rewards kindness, the other nudges you towards introspection. It's a perfect yin and yang. The gentle giver represents light, but the shadowy reminder is there to remind us that light needs shadow to even exist. So, what's the ultimate lesson here? What's the takeaway from their visit? What's the path to a joyful heart, according to this tale? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It takes two things. First, there's kindness. You have to embrace that warmth and generosity that the gentle giver champions. But second, there's self-awareness. You have to listen to that call for accountability from the shadowy reminder.
The whole idea is that you need both. Kindness without self-awareness, or the other way around, it's just incomplete. And that really leaves us with a final question to think about, doesn't it? Which visitor offers the lesson we need most right now? For you personally, do you need to hear the call for more kindness? Or do you need to hear that quiet whisper, that gentle nudge to look inward?